Alright, I'm Jeremy Michael. I'm going to give my map discussion. Very generic, threw this together in about 15 minutes. Winter and weather event, Friday, focusing on 0Z, 8 p.m. tonight, through Sunday, 0Z. Very interesting, looks like Oz. So that's Sunday, 8 p.m. I'm going to start and do pretty much all the mandatory levels. 925 millibar. This is at 8 in the morning, so it's pretty outdated, but you can still see what's going on. Already in place at 925 millibars, sufficient cold air, abundant moisture, and you can already see the line extending towards the Gulf Coast, where Daniel mentioned earlier about the snow. We go to the 850, and you can see the 0 degrees Celsius line is actually below us, and it probably went back into Tennessee a little bit today, but it's heading back southeast rapidly with cold air advection. A lot of low-level moisture, which is pretty interesting already. Up to 700 millibars, pretty much the same thing. We got moisture advecting northeastward, southwesterly flow. At 500, you can actually see where the trough is digging down, and this is where we're going to watch for the strong shortwave and vortex to propagate eastward into our area, something like that. Still the southwesterly flow. Now we get to where I really enjoy. 300 millibar level, we have the subtropical jet coming directly up out of the Gulf of Mexico, and we have the polar jet, which is actually phasing, which does not happen very often, but it's pretty interesting. And we have 125 knots up here in the Great Lakes, eastern Great Lakes, over us, 100 knots easy. If we go to the 250 millibar level, it actually increases. We're under a very favorable region, strong upper level divergence, also strong upper level forcing, and you'll see there's already precipitation that's been breaking out with this radar image I'll show. And here's the radar image, and you can actually already see precipitation streaming from the southwest to northeast, and all this precipitation will be propagating northeastward into our area. Alright, just threw this in here. You can see mostly with the cold air advection, northwesterly winds, 36 over Crossville, 41 in Knoxville, Tri-City, whatever. And that's heading towards us, cooler air. And this is really cool. A little bit out of our area, but I've got to mention it because it's close to home. Moderate risk of 4 more inches up the eastern Appalachians and west of the Blue Ridge up the Shenandoah Valley. Very close to where I live, right there. And down into us, slight risk of 4 more inches. And I didn't put the 8-inch, but there is an 8-inch slight risk where the green would be. This is also the location of 4 to 8 inches of snow where they're predicting, the HPC, which I'm a big fan of. And here is the HPC's forecast, and I highlighted the more significant information, specifically with its track downstream and possible interaction phasing. So talking earlier about the jet stream phasing with the northern stream. This would lead to the first significant snowfall for the Appalachian Mid-Atlantic states. And this is interesting, the guidance showing a significant westward trend with the entire system, especially an increase in QPF in the 12Z NAM, GFS, and now 12Z European model. So that's very interesting. You can now see, I don't know, did anybody do any model runs? Yeah.
Oh, did you not look at the 18 run?
Yeah, that's... So
yeah, it's squiffy. I was just wondering.
But the low is really, they're now showing a pretty intense low.
Yeah, I was wondering about your opinion on the new model run, because the 12 is a lot prettier than the 18.
Yeah, but I still like the 18Z, and the warp is still good. This is the forecast discussion. No, this is HPC discussion continue. The track of the shortwave track should help form quite a deformation zone. The zone will encompass the Appalachian spine into the middle Atlantic region. Snow accumulations will be very likely across south central Appalachians, eastern West Virginia, western Virginia, where it's 4 to 8 inches, as I showed earlier. And that's pretty much just summarizing that. And they're talking about the warm ground temperatures are going to inhibit a lot of the snowfall accumulations, which is expected this early. Sun angle still relatively high. A lot of solar radiation being absorbed. So that will limit, because there could be, in the I-95 corridor, easily there could have been 6 to 12 inch snowfall totals, but it's just going to be too warm. And just in summary, even though this is not the last slide because I added a few more. Snow develops here at Asheville 6Z, 2 a.m., ends approximately 21Z. So I think it's like 3 or 4 o'clock. 1 to 3 inches for 1500 to 3500, maybe higher end 3500. 3 to 6 inches of actually up for 3500 feet. 4 to 8 inches in central Virginia through eastern West Virginia. I just threw that in. And I threw this in because I was going to make a snowfall map, but I didn't have time. But the 4 to 8 inches will be right here. And pretty much, I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if there was some 5 and 6 inch snowfall amounts down here. Boom. Nice discussion. Okay, highlights. Lead board lobes, or pretty much board max, ahead of this feature will reach the southern Appalachians, 6Z, 2 a.m., but the strongest Q-vector convergence will cross western North Carolina, 12 to 18Z, so it looks like 8 in the morning to 12, so 8 to 12 looks like the heaviest snow, and that could linger throughout the day, but the snow should be out of here 3-ish, 2-ish, 3-ish, maybe 4, but it's going to be a quick hitting event, and that's it. So, yeah.
I have a question.
I have one question. For those of us that didn't take synoptic, do you know what a Q-vector is? How it's defined? What is it?
Okay, I actually learned a little bit about Q-vectors over the summer, but I'm not doing a very good job of remembering, but I have notes that I can show, that I can tell you what a Q-vector is.
I mean, just
basically by looking, if you have a Q-vector filled up, from what I understand, the Q-vectors, they're showing arrows, and the longer the arrows, the better the Q-vector convergence. So you want to see, if you're looking at a Q-vector convergence map, you want to see long, I'm pretty sure you want to see long arrows.
So it's a convergence is a function of arrow length. Okay.
But I'm not completely sure on that, but the maps that I was looking at.
Okay, thank you, Jeremy.
Wow, that's not bad. Throwing that together about one bit.